Good morning. Welcome all of you on Wednesday, 6th week of Easter. Another amazing passage from the Gospel of John. Let us listen. From the Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, I still have many things to say to you, but they would be too much for you now. But when the Spirit of truth comes, he will lead you to the complete truth, since he will not be speaking as from himself, but he will say only what he has learned, and he will tell you of the things to come. He will glorify me, since all he tells you will be taken from what is mine. Everything the Father has is mine. That is why I said, all he tells you will be taken from what is mine. The Gospel of the Lord. Amazing passage. Jesus Christ is speaking once again about the Holy Spirit, this gift, what he's giving us. That the Spirit will come. In the Gospel of John, we know that the Holy Spirit is constantly coming. That Holy Spirit is to be called upon, to be invited. Come, Holy Spirit, come visit me. The Advocate, Paraclete, come. Constantly that we can invoke him, that he can come to help us. That on the particular special moment when the Holy Spirit will be given us, it is the moment when Jesus Christ was crucified, when he breathed the Spirit. Then we see that it is the same happening when Jesus Christ was coming to see his disciples after the resurrection, and received the Holy Spirit. And here we hear something amazing, that I still have many things to say to you, but they would be too much for you now. The other translation will speak about, I still have many things to say to you, but they would be too much for you to bear now. Speaking about certain heaviness, something that we have to carry, to embrace the teaching of Jesus Christ, that what he's bringing as his person, as his mission, that something, it is still too much for us. There are certain moments in the life of the apostles, as it is in our personal life, that some things might appear that's too much. We know that Jesus Christ in the chapter 15, verse 15, he said, I have made known to you everything I have learned from my Father. Everything. So Jesus Christ is revealing everything, but there is still kind of, we could say, difficulty with the perception of it, with the reception, with the assimilation, what he is giving us, that he revealed everything. But the explanation of it, or how it arrived to my heart, to my life, it is a process, which is so encouraging to see that there is this journey, that I don't need to know everything now, in one moment, that to become a Christian, to become a disciple of Jesus Christ, to become like him, it is not something that's happening over one night, that it is a process, and that little by little, that is a formation, as we said, because what Jesus Christ is, speaking about his disciples, what is our mission? Is to become second Christ, to become this extension of his mission, and to have the same attitude to give our own life for the sake of the others. So it is not easy, and it is not something that I can produce with my own effort, with my good intention, but it's something that is will be, granted to me gradually, little by little, that this is something that I can receive. So I think so that's personally for me, but I think so for each one of us, it is encouragement. to be patient with ourselves, to see that there is a plan that little by little. Of course, it is important to maybe point out that this reception, this assimilation, it is not only about intellectual thing. I mean, it's true that certain dogmas in the church, the teaching of the church was developing, still developing, that throughout the centuries, before there was, really discovering and discovering in order to name the three persons in one Godhead, the Trinity, then discussion about two nature of Jesus Christ, the existence of the Holy Spirit, his mission, his role, that took centuries. Then what is the church? What the church is speaking about herself it is a process. It is some kind of little by little. The precision of language can name the things as much as we can with our own language to describe the reality which is from above. But here, when Jesus Christ is speaking about the things that is too much for us to bear, can be also seen in the not only in the intellectual dogmatic teaching of the church, but also in the moral aspect of it. That in fighting the sin, in fighting different vices, that also there are things in progress, that the Lord is the one who is curing our wounds little by little. So many people are scandalized when the things, I fall again in the same sin or the same traps of the devil, not to get discouraged, because little by little the Lord is curing us. Then maybe the sin appear a little less frequently. Little by little the old man in us become weaker and weaker. So this is also to know that certain things, what maybe some teaching of the church, the moral teaching of the church, maybe it's difficult to grasp, that I cannot accept it, or I struggle with. Okay, there is time, there is this possibility to read about it, to maybe discuss about it, and then little by little, through the sacraments, through the experiencing the love of God, his presence in my life, little by little, the things come more and more easier, in the sense of grasping that what the church is teaching, it is really what the Lord have given us, what the Lord wants in our life, and that he is making it possible. Then is so the first aspect was intellectual, then the moral, and then there is another aspect about certain, let's say, update of certain teaching of Jesus Christ, how to apply it in concrete life, mine, yours, in a particular century, particular geographical place. So to see how to apply it to my life, that maybe every day will be different. Certainly there are some truths which are unchangeable, but then our daily life will call me to ask, what does it mean for me today? How I can apply certain truths today in my life, in my situation, in my working place, in my family. How I can, we are called to serve, for example. How I gonna serve the others? One day maybe through teaching, another day by quiet cleaning in the house, small services, maybe volunteering in some charity shop. Another day maybe in different ways. How I gonna serve those who are around me, in my home, in my neighborhood, in my parish, whatever it might be. Maybe every time, everyone will have different mission. One maybe are called to go to serve in some missionary territory, and some maybe called to serve. So there is a unchangeable truth about the service of giving our life for the others, but then the Holy Spirit comes to tell me, to teach me how I can do it today. So hopefully He will come, He will inspire us, and little by little He will lead us to complete truth, which is the love even towards the enemies. Love to the point of giving our own life for the others. Amazing passage. Hopefully will stay with us today, inspiring us. Have a great day. God bless you.